They tracked it from Antarctica, a UFO. It came into the water and now became a USO. Now, we were tracking it. The submarine was going as deep as it could to track it, but we lost it. That was one, and that we just got away. So a few months later, we did the same thing. Only this time, we had more submarines down there. The first time, we only had a couple. This time, we had more with assistance of surface ships from the Australian Navy. And we got one finally. We got it going into the water, and we had it trapped, so to speak.
You said trapped. I mean, how did they trap this intelligent vehicle?
Well, they trapped it with other submarines. We had submarines around it, so we were hoping that we could kind of isolate it and keep it within a depth that we could go.
Well, what was that objective then, to surround it?
To try to capture it. They had some surface ships with netting and other things that they thought they could throw in and capture it. Now,
how'd that work out for them?
It didn't work out very well because this thing went deeper and deeper and deeper, and we weren't able to track it and keep it. But we kept doing this. We kept it over and over and over, trying to capture it. Eventually, we were able to actually isolate one, and that's where this famous incident happened.
Now, explain to the viewers how our technology from 1985 tracking these USOs is compared to today's tracking of the USOs.
Well, our tracking systems today are so far advanced. We have submarines that can go deeper. We have sonar systems that can map the bottom of the ocean floor, 39,000 feet. We have laser systems that can ping a submarine. If we were chasing a Russian submarine, we could shoot something at that submarine that targets it, lights it up, so to speak, and then we could just lay back and watch wherever it went. So we didn't have that back in those days. So in this particular incident happened in 1985, UFO went into the ocean, became a USO. There was one of our submarines that was close proximity to this USO. The submarine started at the USO, and the USO started at the U.S. submarine. At this point, the commander of the submarine decided to fire a non-nuclear torpedo at the...
Wouldn't that be an act of war and violence amongst the whoever this race is?
True. It certainly would be an act of aggression against this other craft. And we didn't know whose craft it was, remember?
But the commander wasn't concerned with that act since he fired first?
Admiral Carpenter's telling me this, and he knew who the commander was. And he said that the commander of that submarine felt threatened. He felt that his submarine was being threatened, and he had to act accordingly. Now, I don't know what kind of rules of engagement they had. He didn't know. But you protect your submarine or your ship at all costs.
Of course.
And so he fired the non-nuclear torpedo at the USO and hit it. And as stunned, it stayed in the water and it was underwater about 2,600 feet. And what happened next, the USO fired a beam of light at the submarine, at our submarine. And now this is where the story gets extremely interesting.
Wow.
It hits the submarine. The personnel, the Navy, I think you said there was 68 sailors on board the submarine. Every one of those sailors were stunned. The 11 personnel that were in the nuclear reactor room, or the area where the nuclear reactor was, blacked out. The nuclear reactor shut down. Now, he explained, Admiral Carpenter was a submarine commander for 21 years. He said, that can't happen. No. The reactor has to go through phase shutdown systems. Right. And it takes, he said, anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour to shut down, because you have to take the fuel rods out and all these other things.
Cool down.
But it immediately shut the reactor off, which in a way endangered the entire crew, and especially the personnel, the 11 sailors inside that the nuclear reactor area. Now, those 11 sailors, 2 of them didn't black out. 2 of them started hearing voices. And the voices were telling them, we're not here to harm you. We're not here to harm you.